very much, Dr. Victor. Asante sana for accepting to be here with me for this interview.
Asante pia.
Oh, asante sana. Okay. So first of all, I would like to know why Dr. Victor?
Mm-hmm. No, because my name is Victor Korchek, and I'm a doctor. So I'm PhD doctor. So Dr. Victor, I just made it shorter and easier for Africans to remember.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much for this explanation. You have been in Tanzania for how long?
I am coming to Tanzania for last 12 years.
Oh,
and
wow.
Maybe last 10 years, I would say intensively. Yeah.
Okay. And for how long it took you to learn Swahili?
I still don't know Swahili. I'm just learning Swahili. So, but I didn't study, and even now I don't study too hard, because I have other things to do. So it's like it's a pleasure. I love to study Swahili. Lakini hakuna muda. Nina kazi nyingi, miradi nyingi, so I cannot study every day as I wish. Yeah. Last 3 years, I'm trying to learn much more.
Okay, that's good news.
Yeah.
But you are coming from Czech Republic, which is in Europe, right?
Yes, exactly.
You see, you are in Tanzania. What are the cultural shock umekutana nazo huku Tanzania?
Oh, culture shock. No, now there is no shock, but the biggest shock is that people come late on ever. That's number one.
I can understand. Mm-hmm.
Number two, that people don't say no. They say yes, and it can mean yes, it can mean maybe, or it can mean no. But people don't like to face the hard issues directly.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to go around it. So you're never sure basically what is the result of a meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. And another shock is like when they see someone from Europe, they immediately think the person is rich,
Mm-hmm.
that he has never ending money. And people get angry when you don't want to give them money, because we also don't have money from trees. So, like even we have budgets, and the budgets are done every month. So what makes me surprised is like that people don't think, okay, like if it's a Tanzanian or Kenyan, they say, okay, do you have money? He says, no, I don't have money. They say, okay, sorry, no problem. But if I say I don't have money, they say, wow, he's such a bad guy. Mtumbaya sana, haitaki choyo. He's so thrifty. He doesn't want to share anything. So this is very, very sad for me.
Yeah, I can understand. Wow. And because you are coming from Czech to Tanzania, there's I think a few people from Czech Republic in Tanzania. I believe so. So you can tell us if it's true or not.
Yeah, there are some, but it's not thousands of people. It's, I would say, maybe dozens of people. But we don't have like really Czech community here. Maybe only in Zanzibar, because Zanzibar is very popular destination, and many people who come to visit Zanzibar, they stay there. They just like it, stay, and they try to do some business, or they just stay. And so I think there's some community in Zanzibar, but I'm in Dar es Salaam mostly, so I'm not in direct touch with them.
Okay. And how can you explain people of Czech, men and women?
Like, what do you mean? Explain. Like, how are they? What is?
In general, if I tell you, how can you explain people of Tanzania? Somebody will say, oh, people of Tanzania ni wacheshi, wakarimu. So how can you explain it in the people of Czech Republic?
I would say that Czech people are very modern people. We have very few social taboo, so our humor is very open, and it's not fully accepted, especially in Africa. That we have just jokes, but people take it sometimes seriously. So there are issues which we are not allowed to talk about. We are beer culture, of course. Like beer was never considered really like alcohol, like strong alcohol. So it's very normal in Europe to have 1, 2 beers per day, and people don't think they are alcoholics or drinkers,
Uh-huh.
which might be also different. And I would say we are hardworking. At least the people which I met here, if they are not searched by police and they are not hiding from police, which is also for many Europeans common to hide in Africa, those guys who come to work or do business, they work very hard.
Mhm. Okay. A lot of interracial couples in Czech Republic.
Uh,
If you go,
I,
for example, town, you can meet them. A lot of
I,
them.
I would say it's in Prague. You can see
Mm-hmm.
many. It's the capital city, but out of Prague, it's not so common.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so common because our culture was very closed culture. We
Mm-hmm.
Czech Republic, we don't have ocean, we don't have any access to sea, so we had no colonies, and there were no like direct contacts with other continents. So we are just the heart of Europe. It's like Austria, yeah. So we were very very isolated. So it's starting, it's coming up, but it's not huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And for example, in Tanzania, it's easier for a man to go and approach a lady somewhere, anywhere. And I don't know how it works in Czech Republic. For example, you are sitting somewhere and you see a lady, beautiful lady, and you want to talk to her, you want to know her. How is it working in Czech?
I think it depends how old you are. It depends where you are. If it's small town, big town. But basically, of course, there are young hunters who are hunting in the bars and restaurants, and they just don't care. They just come and talk to you. But
Mm-hmm.
like people over 30 or 40 or 50, they just go much more slower,
Mm-hmm.
more slowly, or they use online dating, so they have a lot of meetings through internet. And so actually I think for many people is the best way to get acquainted to someone, because
Mm-hmm.
you are not stressing yourself. You are not you It's clear what you want. It's not like that you come in a bar, you ask a lady, hello, can I marry you, or hello, I like you, and she will think, oh, this guy wants what? He wants my money, he wants my body, he wants my what? Maybe my parts of my body, he will sell them somewhere, I don't know. People are afraid of people nowadays. So I think it's very good if they can have the first meeting maybe online. If they don't like the way it goes, they just quit the call and it's done, and no stress. It's much more easy than if you meet someone in person, and after three
Mm-hmm.
minutes you find out you hate the person. He's
Mm-hmm.
not funny. He's not. He looks differently than what you thought from pictures with filters and stuff, and you feel bad to run away immediately. But on online dating, it's still possible. It's very risky for many people, especially for shy people, to come to meet someone in person in a restaurant, coffee place. And after 3 minutes, they see, oh, this person I don't like. He is behaving strange. He has strange manners, so he looks differently than what I saw before. No filters, no tricks, or maybe even some people even share completely different pictures, and then they come and So I think the online is the best, and the best way is to do a video call, to connect with the other person.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when
Okay.
you speak with someone on video, you see he has no time for preparation, and you can easily see at least the intelligence of the second person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you, as a man, for example, you're using online dating. What do you consider the most when you see a woman on online dating?
Oh, actually, I don't do online dating, but
Mm-hmm.
I used to, like when I see something like profile of ladies on any social media, not only dating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always thinking like what is going on in the head of the lady. You know, I remember when the dating website started like 20 years ago, it was much different than now. But
Mm-hmm.
basically, what I think that is the most important thing is that on online dating, you can make your parameters who you want to meet, and it filters you immediately the people who match the basic parameters. And you also know that the second person is open for basically creating a relationship with you or with someone, which is much better than when you talk to someone in restaurant. Hello, lady, can I sit? No, I'm waiting for my husband. Oh, sorry. Or like, no, I just don't want. I don't want. I don't like men. I don't like this. I don't like that. So I think it's the best is like you say, I want person in this age, for example. I want this person to like the opposite gender. I like this person to be single or divorced. I You can even say I don't want someone with children because many people don't are not ready to take care of children of someone else. So you can make a parameter and then it's very easy to start.
Because I came to know you through Instagram, and a lot of
Okay.
on your Instagram, it's all about, hey, connect me with another Muzungu, connect me with another Muzungu. So, what are you going to explain this scenario, or what are you going to tell these people who are doing this in your account?
I mostly I don't have chance to reply to them because I'm doing mostly TikTok and Instagram. Like it's like supportive for me just to
Mhm.
be there. But on TikTok I have almost 90,000 followers.
Oh, wow.
60% are women.
Mm-hmm.
And like last video I did for my friend, she said, I would like to meet some nice girl, with nice behavior. So I said, let's surprise him. I made a video
Mm-hmm.
about it. My friend who is 30 is looking for a girl here in Dar es Salaam, and it has almost 600,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and there is few thousand comments, and I cannot even count how many messages I got related to that video.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I go to places around Dar es Salaam, ladies are greeting me. Hello, where's your friend? I say, which my friend? No, the one who is looking for Tanzanian women. And so it's impossible to answer to all. Actually, I rarely answer anyone because I don't have time for that. It's like I'm getting several hundred messages every day on Instagram, on TikTok. It's comments. It's impossible for a person to reply. But basically, I would advise them, like look and explain what I'm looking for, because I said I have a friend, they didn't see him and they want to meet him. This, I think, is not very, it's quite risky, even
Yes.
even if the friend wants to meet him, like they don't know if how does he look like, for example, or what if he has one leg, or they don't ask these questions. They just say, okay, if he's a Mzungu, I want to meet him, and if he wants to marry me, I want to marry him. Which it's like for me very dangerous opinion. You need to know the second person, and then you can decide if you even want to go out with him, and not to just jump into it. I want to marry him.
Yes, yes. And from your point of view, how can you explain this interracial relationship? Because a lot of
Mhm.
people wishing to date the people outside their culture, outside their country. From your point of view, how can you explain this?
I would say, first of all, it's not boring because when you meet someone from different culture, every day is a adventure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every day you have different opinions, different histories. So there are many positive aspects of it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if it's really interracial, if we can say it this way, like people of different skin color, I would say, or different location when they are meeting together. Of course, it's very exotic for both of them, and it's like something new for most people because usually when you are from a village, your first boyfriend was from the same village, and not someone from the other part of the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for many people it can be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
For those who are not afraid, of course, it's also challenging because if you look at the families, You can be the one who wants to have a boyfriend or husband from Europe, but your family has different plans with you. uh, your friends, maybe in your case, for example, lady friends, they can be jealous about you. So they will start making stories to get you away from that guy. And
Mhm.
the boys around you who like you, they cannot stand that someone from different tribe would take a woman from their tribe. So they will also make some secret or public opinions and try to change your mind also. So there is a big challenge about it. That's my opinion.
You have been a long time in these Swahili speaking countries, and
Hmm.
I believe you dated maybe someone. Uh,
Hmm.
experience. What are the
Hmm.
and pros of dating Swahili women or Swahili woman?
No, I wouldn't say uh, like okay. The culture you mentioned culture. The culture is little different in Africa than in modern Europe. I would
Mm-hmm.
say that family is much more important in Africa than in Europe. So
Mm-hmm.
many guys who want to have the feeling of home and family, they might be happy in Africa
Mm-hmm.
because it's like women are dreaming about getting married.
Mm-hmm.
In Europe, it's like, marry me. Oh, no, 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 no. Children, oh, Bado, Bado, not yet. I don't want yet children. So for the guys who dream about family, it's much more easy market basically to come and offer what they can offer and look for someone because it's very usual for African women to be married and wanting to be married.
Mm-hmm.
But also, once they create this family, which is something they want, also, as I said before, there are other challenges they don't know about, which are coming later. So I highly appreciate, pages like yours when you are trying to inform them about all the aspects of it,
Yeah.
because these international, let's say international marriages are great. Why not? It can be exciting. You learn new culture, you learn a new language. You basically enrich your life a lot, a lot, a lot. But it's good if you are ready for it. If you can analyze yourself, am I ready for such a relationship? Not a flirt, but for real full-time relationship. And then yes, of course, it's great. The world is small, and why to sit home in your village and not to go out?
And what advice are you going to give a Tanzanian man who wish to marry your sisters in Czech?
Ah, no. The first thing I would recommend him is to learn Czech. The European countries are quite difficult when you come only with English. If it's not like UK or Ireland, even in Germany, so there are many people who don't know the language. But the modern people, let's say, they speak. But if they want to marry, it depends where they want to live. If they want to live in Europe, uh, it's important to learn the language of the country where they want to go. That I would say is absolutely necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And to attract European women, again, it depends like what the woman wants. If she's open for completely new experience, of course, it is not a problem. He just needs to find the right place where to meet her,
Mm-hmm.
and I would recommend to be straight, not to lie. Because the expectations, you know, expectations are built on the information which we have usually,
Mm-hmm.
and if the information is false, then the expectations will be wrong, and wrong expectations will lead only to hell. It cannot help. So I would say to be open, to say about the status. If they are married, okay, I want to get divorced, even that, but not to say I'm single, I'm single. When the other person is like, wow, then suddenly, your partner or your husband or wife appears, and then there is a problem. So I would say openness is important.
Yeah, yeah. As you said before, that online dating 20 years ago, it's really, really different from now on. It means online dating is not something new. It's something which
Yes.
long, long, long time ago. But in Tanzania, a lot of people have this notion that when you are using online dating, then you're not in a good maadili, wewe ni mtukutu. So for you, if because you are in this platform now, so people can learn a lot from your advice. How can you explain online dating to these people who are thinking online dating is a very bad thing for people to
You
meet?
know, there's nothing. I would say the dating, the quality of the dating depends on the people who are on the other side. You know, of course, but it's the same with real dating. You know, there are many people who want to cheat you, they want to abuse you, or so. But these people you meet in the street also, and they will meet you and lie to you. So I would say if you are smart and if you are not rushing, you know, if you be cautious also, you know, like if you see someone on social media, you like him, of course, the first is like the image. I would even say better than pictures, better video, you know, because then you see, aha, this person looks like this and this. Okay, he's not skinny. Do I like it? I don't like it. So you make your judgment before you talk to the person, right? So it's you can do the first research, then meet the person maybe in public place, so we are safe, you know, and I don't see any problem in it. I think it's just a different way of communicating. Like, what is wrong on selling something on online or selling in the shop? There's nothing wrong about it. It's only about the fairness of the two people who are meeting.
And maybe from what you hear from your friends or from other people, because I know you know a lot of people, a lot of men are complaining that when they are using online dating, the women there, they're only asking for money. And they don't know, are you here to look for love or are you here for business purpose? So for sure you heard it a lot from the people you know. And how can you
Yeah.
explain and what the advice are you giving these ladies who are doing this stuff?
You, you know, if it's their business, they will not stop, of course. But what I see is like it's the same in the street. Let's say in a restaurant, you know, even in the restaurant, you meet ladies who are just looking for someone to get money, and there is no difference basically. But you know what I believe is basically people are always looking for both. We are looking for love, but we are also looking for a way to survive. So, like, it's very normal that women. What is the purpose of marriage or partnership? Is like man is looking for a woman who will give him child and create home. Woman is looking for man who will have child with and who will give security to the house. You know, so it's like it's normal that the woman wants to know like this guy, can he afford even to pay bajaji and come for the date or not? So if it's like this way of asking about money or the status or the security basically connected to the person, I think it's very normal and it will never stop. It's even in Europe. But of course, if it's just a transaction business thing, I'm here, I'll come. How much you give me if I come? You know, then it's not dating. Then it's online sales of services, which is which you will never prevent. So
Yeah.
as I said, you know, I would go through uh, a dating website which is doing some preliminary check. Who are the people who want to uh, get connected? You know, who are they? Like a little background check about them. You know, like where they come from or what is their real motivation and what they can expect. You know, because there are also many people who can, of course, robbers, and you never know who you meet.
Mm.
So if there is a way to find out who are the people, to know them at least somehow, or get some reference from someone, it's much better.
Okay. And what are you going to tell to these people who are thinking if you are in a relationship with Mzungu or if you are going to Europe or abroad, then life is too easy and then I'm rich already and like that? How can you explain this notion?
I would say that life with Mzungu is not easy. Uh, Maybe it has more colors, but the fruits which people usually see and they think they are available everywhere. These fruits are coming from hard work, very hard work, long term work, which starts very soon in the morning and ends up very late in the evening or at night. So people see that the people who come to Africa, they have a lot of money. Some of them do, of course, but mostly they are saving money for years to come for holidays to Africa. And then they enjoy 1 or 2 weeks, spending maybe 10 times more than they would spend in Europe the same day. So it's completely different situation for these people. So it's wrong expectation. If I get a Mzungu, I won lottery. It's not that way. And also us Europeans, we are demanding similar attitudes towards work. Like in Africa, the life is much more slow and much more comfortable in many ways.
Mhm.
So, but what is considered in Africa like very high standard of work is like just average in Europe, because in Europe you start 7 morning, 8 morning, 9 morning. There is 30-minute break for lunch, maybe 1 hour, but you come 5 minutes late and everyone is attacking you. What did you do? So the money don't come easy, and they are always connected with work stress. And so people should be ready for this. Do you want more, work more? But I think if people just look for money, and that's why they are looking for Wazungu, I think they can just start working harder, and they don't need a Mzungu.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
just start working hard, start 7 morning, end up 7 evening, and
Mm.
during the 12 hours you'll do so much work. You know,
Yes, yeah.
that's what I would tell them. Decide if you want money, or decide if you want person with different background, from different culture, and it will make you happy to travel more and see more, maybe. But um, don't use Zungu like a bajaji to paradise, and don't take the first bajaji you see, because you know
Mm-hmm.
can end
Okay.
up badly for you.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
be smart and
yeah.
learn who is the second person first.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Um, in Tanzania, we know that man is a provider. A man is
Hmm.
a, but for Europeans, I see a lot of people are living in 50-50.
Yes.
So for you, you are from Europe, but now you're
Yes.
living in Africa. So for
Mm,
sure, you understand this so well, and at
mm.
least tell us something about it.
Yeah, in Europe it's 50-50, because the thing which happened in Europe,
Mm-hmm.
and it will be probably happening or is already happening in Africa, is the equality between genders,
Mm-hmm.
which is a concept which I like myself. But with the benefits, uh, also the disadvantages are coming. So if women want the jobs from men, if women want to be qualified as men, which is absolutely fine, then why they should not share the cost of living, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and in Africa now, I see many ladies, they want to have the benefits of equal gender, freedom, and da 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 da. But with freedom comes responsibility. And in nowadays world, responsibility is money. So if they want to live like their idols which they see in TV, in American movies, and so on, they must take the cost also. It's not just to go and lay on the beach and say I have this guy and he'll do everything for me. Why the guy should get crazy looking for money if the woman is just laying down and making him crazy when he comes home late?
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. For me, my questions are finished, but in case there's something you would like me to ask you and I didn't ask you, or maybe you have
Hmm.
some to share, because we're here to educate other people, our society. So in case there's something you want to share and people could
Hmm.
learn this and could know it, then please share.
I think that next time we should speak how to prepare European men for African women.
Aha!
That is also very important.
Okay.
So the expectations are matching, you know.
Okay. Okay. From that case, it means also European men have their expectations about African women.
Yes, I'm sure they expect, because they are from Europe, they expect similar behavior like European women.
Okay.
But
Okay.
unfortunately, this is not what is happening. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the culture is completely different. The world is completely different here. And so also the men must be ready what will be happening, you know?
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, that's really,
Yeah.
really. And maybe anything you would like to ask me?
um, Actually, I have no questions. I was just ready to answer your questions. I can tell you. And I could not wait to hear them, you know,
Uh,
because there is so many things we can discuss.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
that's true. For me, I would like to say thank you very much for making time for me and
Thank you.
for people. Yeah,
Asante sana.
for your time. We really, really appreciate. I know you are very,
Asante sana kushirikiana,
yeah,
kushirikiana. Kwa
okay.
kushirikiana,
Yeah, asante sana kwa kukubali ombi langu.
Okay. Asante sana.
Enjoy your Sunday.
You too. Bye
Thank you
bye.
very much. Bye.
Bye.